And without that pivotal moment, Amanda, I would have never woken up and said, Marques, no, big fella, it was your fault. Nobody made you do that extra work, but you're a dumb butt without a signed contract. So that's when the moment came, and I just told you earlier, I sat down after I cried for about 3 or 4 minutes, well, probably about 5 or 10, and said, wow, my life has become this. I didn't have a problem being a custodian. That's an honest, hard day's work. I don't have a problem with that, right? I don't care about that. I cared about the trash getting on me and made me realize that I had put myself here to feel like less than human because of the way I look and smell and feel after people's trash was all over me. And that's when I woke up and I said, okay, what 3 things do I do well? Then that's why I'm gonna start a speaking career. I'm gonna help people. I'm gonna inspire people. Well, didn't really work out that way in the beginning. 2.5 years, every job I did was free. Not one paid job, not one. Got my first paid job from Miller Mock College in Wilmington, North Carolina. And at that time, it was $1,500 for 20 minutes. And that was their 100th commencement graduation speech. And I took that along with some of my other free jobs that I had done, created a little really rinky-dink website, best I could, what I could do. And I just went out and pounded the pavement. And my mindset was work during the day, football training, football camps, which you have to do. Because I worked as a custodian from September 2013 to March 2014, about 6 months. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna pursue speaking. That's what I did. And I did a lot of things, going places for free, $100, $200, whatever the case may be. And then I got my first big break for Home Depot in 2017. And then from there, the Fortune 500 clients just kept coming. I did work for New York Life. Then I did work for MetLife. Then I did work for Cisco. Then I did work for Siemens. Then I did work for AXA Advisors. Then I did work for JP Morgan and Chase. I've now worked in the last 4 years for 16 Fortune 500 brands. Of the 16, 8 are financial services. I've done work with a lot of insurance companies. Again, I've worked for New York Life, MetLife, and Liberty Mutual Insurance. I've done a lot of work in retail, the Home Depot company, Manpower Group, which is the 3rd largest staffing company in the world out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I worked for them as a speaker, consultant, coach, trainer. But the mindset I had to push through those first 2.5 years, most people would have gave up after about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, I was going to ask, so during that time, you're still keeping your custodial job?
For 6 months, and then in March of 2014, I went full time with doing football training, and then I ran a 7-on-7 camp during the spring and summer, which made it enough where I didn't have to do the custodian job anymore.
Okay. And for you, was it this, I mean, because it sounds like you were just like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to lay the foundation of building a new business in my speaking, because that's what I love to do and that's what I'm good at.
Got it.
Okay. I mean, there's so many things just listening to you. I'm standing here thinking about how powerful it is to have those pivotal moments first, because I know that everyone listening, and including myself, has had those moments that change your life forever, you know, where it's like, I mean, such a big, powerful one for you. I mean, you're literally standing there with trash on you, and you feel like trash, and you realize, I've created this myself. Like there is no one to blame here but me. And I know, you know, people get stuck with this. They often want to blame other people. They point the finger. Everyone else is
because it's easy. It's
totally
easy.
Yeah. And for me in my world of coaching, people always talk about radical responsibility. And it's that moment that you're talking about where you were like, I'm radically responsible for my reality. And the more I blame other people, the less power I have. So you lose all your power when you blame other people, because they're not going to change for you. You've got to change you. It's so big. And then, I really love this idea of you going, okay, what am I good at? And how am I going to just take the time to nurture and cultivate that over time, and know that it's not going to happen overnight. And I got to keep plugging in every single day to get where I actually want to go. And then now look where you are. So talk a little bit about, that. I mean, first, for people listening, what's some encouragement that you can provide for people who are in that place of doing a dual hustle, to shift into what they really want to be doing.
They need to remember that the dual hustle is only going to become a single hustle if you keep hustling. Mm-hmm. And you cannot allow negativity or spite, ridicule to knock you off track.
To listen to the full episode, head on over to nfacoaching.com, hit the podcast link, and it'll take you to all of the full episodes. And go ahead and leave some comments. I'd love to hear from you to know how these inspirational interviews, tips, and tools are impacting you in your life and business. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on any of the Max Potential Habits episodes.